picking up in the audio, and obviously you've been so vocal on that end. One thing with the bubble and without the fans, we can hear like the defensive calls a little bit better. I'm just picking up in the audio, and obviously you've been so vocal on that end, but it's now a little bit more clear. Vogel had talked about that. You're always like that. We can just tell a little bit. So I wondered, LeBron, at what point in your career, when you got in the NBA, did you get that comfortable with all of the coverages, and how has that evolved to the point where you're at today?
I'll probably give a lot of credit to Mike Brown. He came in with a defensive mindset, with a defensive strategy into Cleveland when he got the head coaching job, and told me, that he wanted me to be just as good as I was on the offensive end. He wanted me to be even better on the defensive end, and it started with a lot of communication. So, when I wanted to take that next step in my career, because I wanted to get better and I wanted to compete for championships, I started to take that leadership as far as my communication, being loud, speaking calls out, getting into the film session a little bit more, diving into that. Mike Brown was very high into watching film and breaking down our opponents and breaking down personnel. So give a lot of credit to Mike Brown on putting that type of pressure on me, which I loved, and became who I am today.
Hey, LeBron, it's Dave. I know you're process-oriented and kind of take things as they come. I just wanted to fast forward just a tiny bit to wonder if you could describe the thought process or the emotions or whatever you may feel shortly before tip-off on Thursday.
I have no idea. Obviously it's a different circumstance. It's different. It's different. I mean, that's what 2020. People have been asking me, like I said, people have been asking me how was the bubble, and I said it's 2020. Everything is different, and you have to be able to adjust to it. So, I don't know as far as if it was like a home game at Staples Center, they won't have that feeling because our fans just give us so much energy. Our fans give us so much support, and we want to try to give that back to them on the floor. But also at the same time, we know our fans back in LA and all over California and over the world are looking forward to seeing us play again. So, it's still our job to go out and perform because they're still supporting us behind their phones or tablets or TVs or laptops or whatever the case may be.
Okay, we'll take a couple here. Joe Varden.
Do you think, because, especially when you get into playoff time, you put the phone down, you kind of zone out and really focus on one thing. But with all of this stuff going on and everything that's different, we've talked about it over and over, do you think you can actually focus on finishing a regular season and getting into playoffs and winning a championship like you would in any other year?
Yeah, it's definitely going to have a different mindset and a different feel to it. But I won't be turning my phones off during this run. I can't afford to. I have to continue to check in with my family, every single day. Checking with my mom, making sure, everything is still going well, especially in the uncertainty of what 2020 has brought to all of us. So I can't afford to do that and just lose direct contact with everybody. So, but I'll be, as locked in as I can be under the circumstances. I won't cheat my teammates. I won't cheat our fans, and I won't cheat myself. So I'll be ready to go.
Kyle Goon, please.
We've heard you a couple times in practice saying 1, 2, 3 Mamba. I know you said one of these times that you think of Kobe every day.
Mm-hmm.
What's the importance of that ritual, and are there some other things you guys do as a team to kind of keep him close?
That's one of them for sure. But every day, you see what's wearing our Laker gear. The Lakers franchise is not what it is today without Kobe's presence, obviously along with some other guys as well and people who, in the office. But Kobe's presence and his legacy is here every day. You put on purple and gold, you put on a Laker, apparel. You think about basketball in general. Even before I became a Laker, his legacy was cemented. So, and I had the opportunity to play with him not only in All-Star games but with the Olympic team multiple times. So it's just a day if you're a ball player, if you like the game, if you play the game, even if you don't even play the game, you're just a fan, there's no way you can't think about Kobe on a day-to-day basis.
Tanya Ganguli.
You mentioned checking in for family.